All right. One of the best ways to lose fat is to drink more caffeine and coffee in the morning. If you notice, I just cooked up a nice cup of coffee. I'm gonna have about 1 cup right now, and I'm gonna have another cup later on before noon. And just drinking caffeine in the morning is so great because it allows you to delay your first meal. If you've watched my other videos, I talk about delaying your first meal by 4 to 6 hours. This just allows you to have more calories in the evening and then be able to ultimately not snack as much, being able to maintain a fasted state and not get hungry and think about food and just be more focused and energized. This is what coffee and any sort of caffeine does for you. Now, I do want to mention some caveats to caffeine. So first caveat is that caffeine it can be addictive for some people. If you have an addictive tendency or you've been drinking it for a while and you just are downing coffee, you want to be considerate of that. Drinking coffee is definitely one of those things where you got to find a balance. There's definitely a fine line between having too much and having this elevated heart rate 24/7 and then not using it at all. I believe the fine line is about 1 to 2 cups or about 300 milligrams per day. Another thing too is your cutoff time. So what time are you drinking your coffee? If you're drinking coffee as soon as you wake up, this is a problem because it's messing with your cortisol levels, your stress levels, and it's interfering with that. You want to allow your body time to clear out your stress levels in the morning. So drink your coffee about an hour and a half after you wake up. And then the next thing is when is your cutoff time for drinking coffee? So if you're drinking coffee at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you're going to have problems with sleep. You want to stop drinking coffee about 10 hours before you plan on going to bed. So for most people, this is noon. For me, this is noon. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., just be more considerate of that. Be considerate about what time you're actually going to stop drinking. Now, there are a few occasions where, let's say you're going out to the club, you drink a cup of coffee at dinner, it helps you stay awake. Like, okay, that makes sense. But other like just day-to-day activities, you want to be more aware of when you're not drinking or when you want to stop drinking coffee. And then the final thing is the type of coffee that you're drinking. And I keep saying coffee, I mean caffeine in general. So coffee, green tea, matcha. If you're drinking energy drinks or anything like Celsius, Monster, Bang Energy, those aren't good for you. Those are just heart attack inducing drinks. Those are not the good quality caffeine that you want. They also have artificial sweeteners, tons of other flavors and additives. They're designed to make you want to drink more of it. It's got fake sugar in it. All that is not great for your fast. And I honestly can't even say that it puts you in a fasted state. Now, if you don't like the taste of coffee or matcha tea, you could consider adding some natural sweetener, something like stevia to get over the taste. This is going to help you a lot. And just adding a dash of stevia, think about how much that is going to help you with your fasting, cutting down on snacking. That little bit of added sweetener is worth it because it's saving you hundreds and hundreds of calories that you're going to consume later on in the day if you choose to eat breakfast. And that's just my 2 cents. I know you can eat breakfast. There's nothing wrong with it, but it just makes it a lot easier to lose fat when you delay your first meal by 4 to 6 hours. You put this fat burning on autopilot. You train your body to naturally stop snacking. You turn down the hormone ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone. So if you start doing this more often, you're going to see better results with your fat loss. It's a night and day difference. I still eat breakfast on occasion when I have things planned, but for the most part, I just delay my first meal, drink a coffee, matcha tea, or any other natural caffeinated product, and then I wait a few hours and then have my first meal later on in the day. So this is something you should try. If you're already doing it, kudos to you. But that's all I got for you. See you in the next video. Peace.